COVID-19 pandemic is having a lasting impact on real estate for many years to come. During past pandemics, there were major advances happening in healthcare, in housing, but at the same time, some cities were completely destroyed. Well, not this time, because with the technology advances, with all the work from home possibilities, the cities didn't get destroyed, but they changed completely and possibly long term. Despite the enormous suffering that was brought by this COVID-19 pandemic, Americans got a taste of what it feels like not to commute for many hours while trying to juggle their demanding careers and their family and trying to carve some fun time for themselves, made them rethink their career choices and rethink what they do with their time. And that shift in mentality is impacting real estate big time. So the list of hottest housing markets might be completely different in 2027 than it is today. My name is Nune. Feel free to subscribe to this channel to stay updated on everything real estate related. Since the pandemic is not done yet, economists all agree on one thing: the uncertainty of what will happen in the future. Usually economists base their predictions on the past performance and they look at the numbers and they can predict the future. But when something this humongous and disruptive happens, like the COVID-19 pandemic, everything stops working. The affordability went down sharply when the interest rates shot up in the fall of 2022. And if the interest rates remain high, that means that in 2023 we will see some softening of the prices. Nationally, they predict 5.3%. No major price reductions are predicted because of three reasons: low inventory, higher quality mortgages, and economists are not predicting a major recession. You can see the very strong headline saying that 2023 is going to hit, or 2024 is going to be a major recession. But because of the three reasons, it doesn't look like it's going to be on 2008 level. As we started 2023, the inflation seemed to be in a better shape, and so the interest rates started climbing and actually went down slightly. But still, nobody can be certain what's going to happen with political situation, what's going to happen with COVID-19, the Russia-Ukraine war, or China reopening, how's it going to affect the inflation. So it's still a lot of uncertainty. So the prediction is that the home prices will fall a little bit in 2023, 2024, but starting 2025, they will start climbing up again by 1 to 2%. Of course, now we have a major housing shortage, and the plan hopefully is to build in dense urban areas, to build more multifamily dwellings. And the idea of taking the lots for single families and turning them, rezoning them and making them into a multifamily dwellings will help the affordability and will help the essential workers to stay close to their work, be it hospital or food establishments. It will make a huge difference, but that will take a while for the towns and the cities to start implementing those changes. Let's not forget that we still have a huge pent-up demand for housing, and the builders are not building enough. But the Builder Association said that they expect for the supply to be covered by 2025, 2030. If the population growth is not the same as before, it's possible that it will happen earlier. Then we will have enough supply for all the buyers that want to buy. Here are some trends of real estate trends that are most likely to happen in the next 5 years. In recent years, the number of homes that were single-family homes that were part of homeowner association has grown a lot. In 2021, it was 78% compared to 10 years ago when it was 64%. That helps the fast-growing cities to have that HOA take care of roads and sewer and all the other expenses. Of course, that trend will probably make the single families that are not part of HOA valued a little more. Other trends to look for in the next 5 years is one is climate change affecting the real estate. So natural events will impact the increased insurance and building costs. Maintenance costs and insurance costs and property taxes and all the other things besides the principal and interest will become more important in the next 5 years. Purchasing property with family and friends will become more common. That way, people will avoid uncertainty of the renting. It will make sense for a lot of people or extended family members to buy properties together. The offices are still at half capacity, even though the students have returned to the classrooms, but offices haven't opened 100% yet, so that impacts the real estate as well. According to Stanford University research, the biggest cities in US experienced a donut effect during the pandemic. Cities with the most economic activity in the center of the city, a lot of people sold their houses, sold their condos in the center of the city and moved for more square footage, more backyard, and greener pastures, basically. Depending on how the cities will react to this effect will determine if this is going to be a permanent change. Or another trend that will emerge to be stronger and stronger is alternative ways of building houses, like the 3D printing or manufactured homes. There are so many different choices right now. Of course, all these predictions are based on the assumption that the recession will be mild. It will start and stop in 2023, and by 2024 it will be more steady, and by 2025 it will be fabulous. But things might completely be different. Europe is experiencing much bigger home price declines than US is, especially Sweden. Real estate is very local, so in those markets that saw the biggest gains during the pandemic will probably crush down a little more. And now for good news and current news, mortgage applications have increased since January started in 2023. There are two reasons: the interest rates have softened somewhat, and also the house prices, so making affordability a little more affordable for many first-time home buyers. And let's remember that if you are thinking of long-term investment, if you are thinking 10-20 years, it doesn't really matter when you buy, because you will be enjoying the house, and through the ups and downs, it will make a lot of sense for you to own the home than to rent. So I expect the spring market to be busy again. Watch my video about how to buy land and what mistakes you should avoid when buying land.